Hi Brown Beauties, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be all about Apraxia. If you have not watched my last video, I'm going to leave the iCards up here for you guys to go check out, and then you come back to this one. As I stated in that video that I was going to make a video dedicated to Apraxia, going in depth about what Apraxia is, the different signs that your child may have a speech sound disorder, and just get into the nitty-gritty. So this can also be a video that you guys can reference to and look back on, as well as just to be able to do your own research and really just bring awareness about Apraxia. If you hear Ava in the background, I'm in my bathroom recording this video. She's in my room, so just disregard her if you hear, because she's loud and she's pretending to talk on the phone with somebody. So just bear with me, because I'm a mama first. So okay, let's go ahead and get started. So first things first is Apraxia, from what I've taken from it, because I am an Apraxia mom, Apraxia is a neurological brain disorder that affects the way the child communicates verbally. Meaning that the child can understand 100% of what you're saying. The child just can't relay verbally what he or she is trying to say to you. And I knew that my child had a speech and sound delay. They call it a developmental delay. I knew she had some developmental delays from the time she was 12 months when it came to her communication, because my child did not babble. My child did not have any words at the time. All she would say was mama. At 18 months, she only had like 5 words. And when we would go to the doctor and they would ask me, was she saying this, was she saying that, I would tell them, no, she's not saying that. She would only say mom. She would say pop pop for everything. That means for juice. Everything was pop pop. She was not saying a whole bunch of words, and she would only use like 4 words consistently for everything. So my pediatrician referred us to do early intervention. And what early intervention is that they'll have an instructor come to your house, or he or she would come in and be your instructor to teach you how to communicate with your child, and help your child come along and and progress in the developmental delays that he or she may have. I thought that it was a speech pathologist, but I learned after talking to my child instructor that he was just an instructor. He was not a speech pathologist, so he could not diagnose her with the speech disorder. I would have to talk to her pediatrician and get her a speech pathologist. And a speech pathologist would be the one to diagnose her. And he actually told me that I need to get her a speech pathologist, because he was there for like a year and she was not progressing at all. Like, he thought that she should have been progressing more than what she was doing, saying a whole lot more words, and she was not doing that at all during that year. Because she started when she was like, after she turned 1 year old. I think after she turned 1, she started doing early intervention, and she was not progressing at all. So from 1 year old up into 2, she was not doing any of that. No, not from 1 to 2. I think from 2 to 3, she was doing early intervention. Yes, from 2 to 3, she was doing early intervention, and she wasn't doing any of that at all. And he was like, she needs to go see a speech pathologist, because she shouldn't be saying more than 5 words at the age of 2. He's like, at the age of 2, a child should be saying over 200 words, and she's not doing that. All she was doing was pointing and doing this all the time. She would get very frustrated if I could not understand what she was saying, so that's why she had a whole bunch of meltdowns during that time. Early signs of CAS, that's childhood apraxia of speech, in young children are: you do have a quiet baby, the limited sounds of play and babbling, slow and later development of speech skills. So the child has a development delay of the speech skills. Your child is quiet. He or she does not babble a whole lot, so they're not a huge talker. They're like a quiet baby. Problems sequencing and combining sounds and syllables correctly into words. I know my child has trouble with the middle and the end of the word. She can get the beginning of the word, but the middle and the end she has trouble with. She had trouble saying her name, and her name is Ava. That is the simplest name that's out there, but she just learned how to say her name 2 months after she turned 2 months after she turned 3. and she just learned how to say her sister's name 6 months after she turned 3. So, and her sister's name is Alexis and Gabrielle. She still does not say their names correctly, but you know, they can understand that she's calling their name. Even though she's not saying it correctly, they know that, oh, she's talking about me. She's saying my name. Because she used to just call them Baby and Wawa. So she's got the Gabby Well. She called her, instead of Gabrielle, she called her Gabby Well. Instead of Alexis, she said Lexi. But they know what she's talking. They know that she's talking about them when she calls their name. And also, the child gets frustrated by the inability to communicate, and speech is not understood by most people. I know if they just meet Ava, they're not going to be able to understand anything that she's saying. They probably can pick up 1 or 3 words out of the whole conversation that they have with her, but everything that she's saying will not be understood. They call it, in the speech world, they call it unintelligible. So most of everything that she's saying will be unintelligible. You will not be able to understand her. To me, Apraxia is a guessing game because you never know what you're going to get. I know with her, they call it sporadic words. Sometimes she'll, out of nowhere, she'll say about 5 new words. And I'm like, wow, I never knew that she knew how to say that. I can't believe she said that. We'll have a big old party, a clapping party. Oh, you said this word, girl, I'm proud of you. Baby, you my sugar toes. Ooh, you so smart. And after she said those 5 words, I never hear those words again. Ever. So to me, Apraxia is a very spontaneous type of disorder. Like, you never know what you're going to get on any given day, because some days she'll talk and talk good, and then sometimes she won't talk at all. It's like, it's very hard for me to understand what she's trying to say. It's a guessing game. I've learned not to say, Ava, I don't understand what you're saying. Now I say, Ava, can you show me? Can you act out what you're trying to tell mama so I can understand what you want? Or come show me. So I pick her up and I say, point to what you want me to get. Show me what you want. So I don't frustrate her and I don't get overwhelmed, because I'm like, I'm not understanding nothing that she's saying. And she doesn't get overwhelmed by me just like saying, what did you want? What you trying to say? I can't understand you. What you want, girl? So I try not to do all that with her, because I know like that can be triggering for her and she'll have a whole meltdown. I know in the beginning she had a whole lot of meltdowns when it came to her speech. Now we have meltdowns here and there, but it's not as much as when she first started. Also, speech therapy is a must. It's a must for a child who has speech sound disorder, because speech actually helps the child learn how to communicate effectively and be able to, you know, get out and relay what they're trying to say. I do have some pamphlets that I got from childhood. It's called Apraxia.org, ApraxiaKids.org. I found them through Facebook as well as, you know, Google. I did a lot of Googling from like the first time that I heard her speech pathologist say, I believe she has apraxia. When she told me that she believed she had it, she knew she had it, but she could not diagnose her until she was 3. I started Googling, I started reaching out to people, I started, you know, researching and doing a lot of researching about it, because I just wanted to know what it is, because I've never heard of it before. And I came across ApraxiaKids.com, ApraxiaKids.org, excuse me. They do have a Facebook page. I will leave all these links in the description box for you guys if you guys want to check them out. And it's called ApraxiaKids.org. They are a nonprofit, so if you want to, you know, throw some change somewhere, throw some change to this organization, guys, because I know I've been throwing some for myself. There's not a whole lot of information out there about apraxia, and so there's just another video out there for anybody to relate to and come to. And also, they have some pamphlets for teachers in classrooms. So yeah, you can give this way out right here. And they have a whole bunch of pamphlets. So if you are concerned that your child has apraxia, I would definitely tell you guys to talk to your pediatrician. They have all this information online from the time the child turns 1 up until the child turns 4 years old about, you know, the milestones that the child should be hitting verbally. So I would definitely tell you guys to check those out. From the time she was 1 year old, I knew something was wrong with her communication. her communication development because she was not reaching like the milestones that my other two kids do. I wanted to talk about what is apraxia. I touched base on that, you know, how you can learn, you know, what are the signs of if your child has apraxia. I touched base on that. And I would definitely tell you guys to check into, you know, talk more with your doctor if you want to know more about it. You know, research is the key. Research is the key. I would definitely tell you guys to research everything that you guys want to know because, you know, doctors don't tell you everything. You want to know firsthand what you're up against when it comes to this disorder because it is a lot. It is a lot to handle. I have my moments where I am overwhelmed and I just want to pull every piece of hair out of my head. But I am very, very thankful that, you know, that my child has come a long way. She has a long way to go, but she has come a long way. She just started, you know, having 2 to 3 word phrases. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, let me see if I can get her to come in. She got her bonnet on, so y'all disregard that. She's playing in my makeup, y'all. Come here. Okay, she got on her lip gloss. Okay, disregard her little bonnet. So say hello.
Hello.
Stand up right here.
Hello.
Say hello, look at the camera.
Hello.
And wave. And this is Ava.
And name Mama.
And tell them your name.
Afra. Mama.
Yeah, and it's Mama, and your name is Ava.
And name Ava. And then Mama.
And how old are you, Ava?
3 oh.
You 3? And do you like being on camera, Ava?
Plus.
You do?
You only look like me.
I look like you? You gotta look right here. I look like you or you look like me?
Look like you.
I look like you? You look like me, girl, because I'm fine.
You fine?
Yes, are you fine?
Yes.
And say I'm fine.
I'm fine.
But yeah, there you go, guys. I just wanted to come in and let you guys know about that video. Huh?
Then my mom work.
You what?
Then my work.
You doing your work?
Yes, like everyone.
Oh, you doing your work like Gabrielle?
Yes, like everyone.
There you go. Okay, so I'll let you go do your work like Gabrielle.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Mama.
I know that it's going to be a long journey. It's not going to be easy. When it comes to a child who has any type of disability or disorder, it is not easy. So I'm telling you to have support. Get people who love and care about you and who are supportive and who are invested in this and invested to, you know, making sure that your child has the best care that he or she needs. That's all that matters. Love on your babies. I know when I found out my daughter had apraxia, she was diagnosed a month before she turned 3. I was, you know, I felt some type of way. I am a big mama bear for her. I'm more protective of her than I am of my other 2 daughters because I just do not want her to be treated differently. I don't want her to feel like she was incapable of doing anything. And those are like my worst fears at this point, is that nobody will be able to understand her. They all are just going to toss her to the wayside. They're not even going to give her a chance. And I'm still, you know, that's like one of my anxieties right there is, okay, nobody's going to be able to understand her. When Ava is not calm, you are not able to understand anything that she's saying. So when she's excited, happy, upset, angry, mad, or whatever, you're not going to be able to understand anything that she's saying. So I was very apprehensive of, like, she's not in daycare, like she stays home with me. And I was very apprehensive of putting her in daycare just for those reasons, because I did not want anybody just to disregard her, overlook her, and she can feel that. Because even though we can't understand what she's saying, she can understand every single thing that we're saying. And I didn't want nobody to mistreat my baby, because I'd be going to jail. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm very attached to her. Like, she's on my hip all the time. She's on mama hip all the time. So, and I'm on her hip all the time. That's my baby. She is the baby. I still treat my child, I still treat Ava the same way I treat her other two sisters. I don't treat her any differently. I talk to her the same way. I'm more overprotective over her because of, you know, the disorder at hand, but I still love her and treat her the same. I treat her no different, and neither do her sisters. We all talk to her the same, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I put that in there. It's just love on your babies. Love on all your babies, but especially love on your baby, because she's going to need that. He or she is going to need that. So yeah, like I said, if you want any more information about Apraxia, I would definitely tell you ladies to look up apraxiakid.org, and I will leave all this information down below in the description box for you ladies to check out. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Peace, love, and chicken grease, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Peace. I'm being so extra. I know, because, you know, I look cute tonight.